Welcome back. For those of you joining us for the first time, please go to part 1 or the first video. To be a good listener of songs, one of the most basic ingredients is to be willing to listen to all songs, not just your favorites. In opening the door to other songs, you increase your perception of what you hear, revealing many other things inside the music that you may never have been previously aware of. Let's say you heard 1 or 2 songs by Robert Johnson, revered by many to be the king of the blues. Let's also say that while hearing him, there is an obvious regularity in some parts of his songs that is part of his style. Later, you hear a current song with friends and everyone is talking about it, but you recall that similarity in the song you previously heard by Robert Johnson. Well, now you can discuss it with your friends to nail that one part of your conversation simply because you were listening to early blues music. This willingness to listen to other songs may even create a new favorite style of music for you. So where do you begin? Well, there are endless sources of popular music everywhere. Believe it or not, some may even be right at home. Your parents or grandparents are excellent sources because neither grew up exactly as the other did. Why not ask them what they were fond of listening to when they were young? There were differences in their experiences in life along the way, shaping their taste in songs. Your parents may have grown up with Perry Como, Robert Goulet, the Chordettes, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, Peggy Lee, Connie Francis, the Everly Brothers, Della Reese, Georgia Gibbs, the Platters, Pat Boone, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Bill Doggett. However, your grandparents may have had the listening pleasure of Bing Crosby, George Gershwin, Jackie Gleason and his orchestra, Benny Goodman, Dizzy Gillespie, Irving Berlin, Mel Torme, Mae West, Rosemary Clooney, Bessie Smith, Perez Prado and his orchestra, the Andrew Sisters, Tito Puente, Dean Martin, and Gene Krupa. Suppose your family grew up with country music. There may be wonderful gems in their shelves by Judy Martin, the Davis Sisters, Betty Cody, Lulu Bell and Scotty, Molly O'Day and the Cumberland Mountain Folk, the early music of June Carter Cash, Stoney and Wilma Lee Cooper, or Patsy Montana. My generation and the performers I grew up with include Jimmy Jones, Jim Reeves, Bobby Rydell, Roy Orbison, Buddy Holly, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Dave Clark Five, Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Marvin Gaye, Peter, Paul and Mary, the Mamas and Papas, Dion, the Beach Boys, Santana, the Supremes, Blood, Sweat and Tears. Later, in the 70s, I was listening to the Poppy Family, Creedence Clearwater Revival, the Fifth Dimension, Tom Jones, the Jackson Five, Deodato, Barry White, the Allman Brothers, Carly Simon, Eddie Kendricks, the Stylistics, Linda Ronstadt, the Eagles, Lou Rawls, and Peter Frampton.
There was a woman named Sally I knew at work. She had a kid she talk about all the time. This woman's got a body with killer looks, the kind that makes a guy go ape inside. When she called the babysitter from her job, everybody knew that she'd be dancing tonight. Dance Sally Mom, 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 dance Sally Mom.
Some may have grown up with a more ethnic background. An Italian family could have enjoyed Maria, ah Maria, Innamorata, or Cara Mia. An Irish family, My Wild Irish Rose, The Wearing of the Green, or When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. Maybe your family has some of the early Broadway soundtracks, Bye Bye Birdie, Camelot, Funny Girl, Gypsy, Hello Dolly, Mr. President, My Fair Lady, Stop the World, What Makes Sammy Run. They may also have some of the movie soundtracks of their period. Dr. Zhivago, Thoroughly Modern Millie, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. These are just some of the songs that may be with your family. Another easy source of songs to find, which may be in your local public library, are the various military songs of our country. The Quezon Song, the Battle Hymn of the Republic, Anchors Aweigh, the Air Force Song, and even the National Anthem. There is a lot to be said for holiday songs, also, as there are many, many wonderful songs of a joyous time on our calendar. I haven't mentioned gospel or gone deeper into blues, and with all that I have mentioned, I've barely scratched the surface of what's out there. Listening to the variety of popular songs helps you to stimulate your interest, possibly making you dive deeper into a new area of songs, asking questions about them. These songs are helpful to see how your response to them compares to your regular listening. In just the music I mentioned here, there is much chronology, and while you hear these pieces, each will create a different impression, with some that could be a physical feeling, an emotional memory, a cultural identity, a geographical thought, or quite possibly an intellectual reaction. So as you hear these songs, think of what is happening inside you that brings up these thoughts. All of these songs have remarkable differences that include both the way you hear them and how the performers worked to put them together musically. If you talk about these songs to friends and relatives, you'll see that sometimes you don't have all the words to describe everything about the music. What about the band, the instruments and voices used, the bass, the drums or percussion? How do they work with melody and chords, or how backup voices are used? Take the Navy song, Anchors Aweigh, and compare it to Monday, Monday by the Mamas and Papas. How do each of them use rhythm or melody? Besides differences, do they have similarities? Take a Buddy Holly piece and compare it to Elvis Presley. What is it in their songs that gives them a common musical background? Moving quickly up to the present, take your favorite song by Kanye West and George Jones. Listen closely to the songs and note the striking differences. What do you hear that's common and different? And can you relate these songs in any way with an early Buddy Holly song? It's all about perception and the discovery you reveal about yourself and the way you hear songs. As you can see, there are a lot of wonderful songs that may be buried in your family's music section of the house that may not have been heard in a long time and may provide you with some of the most interesting listening experiences, the most significant being variety. So go wipe off the dust from them and start enjoying a whole other world of songs. And remember, think carefully about what's going on inside the music. That concludes this video on the variety of songs. If you're enjoying this presentation, then go on to our next video when it's posted, where we start looking more closely at sound. I'm Louis R. Perez. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.